Okay, hello everyone. We're finally back with some Nurse Love Syndrome. So, I don't remember if I already started a path for Yamanouchi. So I'm gonna make a new file here. Skip. I'm gonna skip most of it because I already, saw it with Nagisa. So, if you wanna read all that, go check out Nagisa. Let's see, mic check. Seems fine. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Okay. Sure. Okay, this part doesn't really matter. You got here before me, that's awesome! At least I don't think it does. Nope, doesn't matter. So because I'm assuming that I'm gonna be skipping most of the game like this because I've already read it, maybe I should just cover the endings? I don't know. I don't really have anything to talk about while this is going on. Oh no, a man! For the most part, I like visual novels, but like stuff like this is what I don't like about it, just having to go through all this text. Could give it to Yamanouchi.
Yamanouchi さんかな。今度イラストや漫画を描くときにお手伝いさせてもらうもんね。
I'm not exactly plotting to get on her good side and hear her trade secrets, but she's always helping me out, much like Senpai. I want to take the chance to show her that I'm not just a needy newbie, and that I could be considerate too.
イラストや漫画か。
You can't see stuff drawn in pen from afar, and permanent marker tends to splotch up the little details. I want something more vibrant, like a colored pencil. Oh! The shop I bought my mirror at also had a set of 30 mini-colored pencils for sale. They're not like the super expensive things you use in art class, so they're well in reach. I wonder if Yamanouchi will use them. Oh, I hope she will. I bought so much art stuff. I decided to come to work a little early today. I have the colored pencil set that I bought yesterday in my hands. I just hope she likes them.
あら、沢井さん。はい、おはようございます。おかげさまで羽を伸ばしてきました。それはよかったわ。今日からまた頑張ってちょうだいね。
The chief leaves the nurse's station with a smile. The day shift hasn't even started, but she seems pretty busy.
おはようさん。なんやシンシン早いやん。おはようございます。これいつもお世話になってるお礼にと思って。あん？山之内さん絵とか描いてるし、昨日金倉で見つけて山之内さんに使ってもらえたらなと。
I'm tripping over my words left and right. This is frustrating.
そうか？つか院内で使ってるのは病院の経費で買うてもろてるし、プライベートでは色鉛筆なんざ使わへんで。使わないんですか？
But I thought she liked the pencils when I bought them.
なんやのそんな顔して。だって使わないって。冗談や。真に受けんな、アホ。うちのこと考えてくれたんやろ。そういう気持ちをまるっと否定するほどうちは鬼とちゃうで。今のはあんたが可愛かったからちょっといじめてみただけや。いじめてみたって。
She giggles and puts her head on my hand. Hand on my head, sorry.
あんがたな。せっかくのプレゼントや 仕事用には使わんと部屋で使わせてもらうわな。
She strokes my head a bit, then goes into the break room to put up the colored pencils. I just gaze at her bag as she goes. As I do, I feel joy steadily bubble up in my heart. The tears of sadness that welled up in my eyes are still there, but they've taken on a different meaning.
喜んでもらえたみたい。
Ihihihi. Let's see, is there like a faster option? No. Bring water. We'll cheap some other time. Eat them. So at some point, they're gonna like talk in the hall or something, and they'll be like, oh, there's noise coming from the room, should I go and check or don't? Like, just don't bother. So when that happens, I'm gonna make a save, because that'll be for my character that I picked for my favorite. I like Nagisa, but yeah, it always changes. That's right. Guess I'm gonna go check the CG for that. Yamanouchi. I can't help but let out a sigh. I wish I could get some of the chief's sex appeal myself. Maybe I'd be a little sexy if it wore a thong. Would it suit me? Senpai whispers that as if she's read my mind. Senpai's cheeks are just a little red as she looks away. Yamanouchi's looking back and forth between us with very interested eyes. Do something yourself. We gotta do it. Help. There's a cute striped pair in her room. Sure. Ami's leaving. Bye, Ami. So, let's see. Do it yourself. So for Ami, I'm thinking maybe one of her bad endings is like she dies from her kidney problem. I hope that's not the case because she's young, but like what could there be, you know? We can't. So it seems like some of these choices don't matter for Yamanouchi, and I should probably pick the other option just so I'm able to skip it later, but eh. Cleanup is... No? Sorry, Chief, I don't know. Ami's back. She got kidney problems. Okay, so I'm gonna make a save. This, I'm gonna put it there. Okay, don't bother. So that don't bother take a peek thing, that was the character I was talking about. You can only get her after you do like one playthrough. So like second time, whatever, whenever you want to do hers. I'm gonna do her last because I think she's voiced by Ayane Sakura, and she's like one of my favorite voice actresses, so I like to end it off with my favorite, or you know, something I think will be good, you know. Sort of like for putting up with all the rest of the game, here's your prize. Keep quiet. For doing the Yamanouchi roots, even though you hate her so much, here's Miyuki. Not looking forward to Sayuri either, because she's mean. So let's see. When I play the second game, Nurse Love Addiction, I think is what it's called. There's only like 3 love interests, I think, so it should go pretty quickly. There's like a one common route that you can just do, and then there's like a couple choices, you know, for each girl. So that'll be short, I hope. Because, like I said, I personally really like visual novels. Like, for the most part, I like the art and the story. But sometimes they just go on too long, you know? I don't know. Don't say Cello Chief. Shoot, what was I saying? So I don't really like playing like boring games like this, because I know most of you probably don't want to see this. I try to be like, you know, considerate of my audience. I don't really have an audience at the moment, but you know what I mean. Like in the future. Hopefully. Me just rambling on because I don't know what to talk about. I deserve to be mocked. Oh, but also there are like visual novels like the what's it called? Son of Memories that I've been playing. It's just like a generic, there's a pandemic, people are dying. Like, I like the characters, but like the story's so boring, you know? It's like I'm conflicted on playing it. I need to get back to it because I should finish it. Run.
土壇場で逃げるかな。卑怯だけど、それ以外の方法がないなら仕方がないかもです。
Yeah. I look for a way to escape until the very end, but I know how clumsy I am, so I don't think I'd be able to win in a battle of wills. So even though it would make trouble for a lot of people, even though it's cowardly, I think I'd have no choice but to run away at the last minute.
逃げちゃうの？
Yes.
だって。
She says it with a bit of a mocking tone, and my cheeks grow hot. Didn't I have any other way of putting it?
一緒になるなら好きな人がいいです。恋をした相手とずっと一緒にいたいですから。
The chief looks awfully surprised when I say that. Then she lets out a lonely smile.
恋か。若いのね、あなたは。
What does she mean by that? Does she think that wanting to be with someone you loved was something only a young person would think? This is really awkward. I'm gonna change the subject.
でも、先方の孫娘さんも研究者、私は看護師。二人とも手に職があるから逃げても大丈夫ですよね。何が大丈夫なの？職場に居づらくなったところで辞めちゃっても平気かなって。そういう考えもあるわね。褒められはしないけど。さあ、無駄話はこの辺にして、勤務時間はまだ終わっていないわよ。
She lightly pats me on the shoulder, physically ending the conversation.
はい。
Okay, bye, Chief. Let's see. There was one game that I played, Code Realize something something. I really liked it, because, like, you know, there's like iconic characters in there like Victor Frankenstein, Van Helsing. But I was particularly interested in it because of Arsène Lupin, Persona 5. And he just so happens to be the canon love interest, so woo! But I had to do all the other routes first. And there's this like vampire mechanic guy. I didn't really like him. Choose Yamanouchi. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but he had like a orange jumpsuit on and pink hair, I think. He kind of reminded me of Kazuichi from Danganronpa, but, well, yeah, they're like the same characters, so maybe that's why he annoyed me. I don't like Kazuichi. Someone's here. I don't feel like getting up, so I'll just ignore them. That voice, that's Yamanouchi. She's banging on my door. Huh? From the sound of it, oh my gosh, she's not kidding. Is she actually trying to kick the door down? I slowly pulled myself up and scrambled to open the door. I apologized genuinely. She had on a look of pure rage a moment ago, but after hearing my words of apology, she pulls a 180 and looks worried for me. Sick. I guess I might be. I don't even know that. I hesitate for a bit, but decide to tell her. About the car accident I was in so many years ago. About how the driver has been showing up in the hospital lately. About how I get silent calls to my phone often. Yamanouchi pulls out her phone. She's calling the hospital? Oh yeah, I skipped work, so she came to check up on me. Yamanouchi glances at me. At the end of her rope, hope. Yamanouchi hangs up her phone and looks at me with her usual mischievous smile.
ちゅうことで、あとは主任が何とかしてくれる。沢井はこれから外来で診察な。診察が終わったら帰ってええで。今日はあんたは病欠。その診断のための診察。よかったな、沢井。欠勤に並んで。
I'm not sure what's going on, but does that mean I'm not getting punished for skipping work? Like Yamanouchi told me to, I went to the hospital and got myself examined. Nothing was out of the ordinary in my vitals. According to the doctor, I suffered from overwork. Working long and hard at a new taxing job built up my fatigue, he said. When my checkup is done and I step out into the outpatient waiting room, I see that the chief and Yamanouchi have come down to this floor. I choke up midway. I'm so relieved to see those two familiar faces that tears come out.
ごめんなさい。いきなり休んでしまって。勤務に穴を開けてごめんなさい。いいのよ。泣かないで。あなたも辛かったでしょ。はい。あなたの周囲を怖い人がうろつくことはもうないから安心しなさい。まだ迷惑電話がかかってくるようなら私に言いなさい。法的手続きを取ってあげるから。
I don't really understand, but does this mean everything's been solved? It's not quite as impactful as I expected.
な、言うたやろ。これで大丈夫やな。
Yamanouchi pets me on the head as usual, and that touch is all it takes to wipe out my fear. I was so scared and so worried, but
今日は帰ってゆっくり休みなさい。はい、ありがとうございます。けれど、これからはダウンする前に私か市長に相談しなさい。何のために上司がいると思っているの？上司に相談しにくければ相談しやすい人に相談しなさい。分かったわね。うちらの詰め所であんたの相談受けて嫌や言うやつは誰もおらへん。ボロボロになる前に信頼してほしかったな。
before you let yourself get wrecked like that.
はい。すみませんでした。
I bow my head. I didn't know I didn't have to suffer alone. Realizing that fills me with relief in the bottom of my heart. Yay, friendship! Oh, right. This is when Sierra becomes a zombie for who knows why reason. Who knows why, and for what reason, I mean. The chief and the hospital staff said they'd help me out with this, but only a few days have passed since then, so they might take care of it soon. He's not going to beat me. I'm scared, but I'm not going to fold.
大丈夫よ。人影は下に行ったから。あそこは外科病棟の担当だから気にしないで。さあ、詰め所に戻るわよ。
Does that mean the scary man's gone then? Senpai half drags me back to the nurse's station. It's midnight. From now, we'll have a nap that totals to 4 hours. There are 3 people here tonight, but I count as an attachment to Senpai, so we'll have 2-hour naps in shifts. The night shift nurse, then us. She goes into the break room first, while Senpai and I continue our reports. Blah blah blah.
戻りました。
わかりました。
はい、内科病棟。
The phone rings the moment I return to the nurse's station. The chief's on it before I even have time to be surprised. Her expression gets darker with each passing second. Has something happened?
はい。はい。こちらのミスです。大変申し訳ありませんでした。すぐ下ろしますので、ご対応お願いします。はーい、戻りましたよ。撤収に眉間のシワきんくなりますで。山之内さん、網野さんを MRI に下ろす件、どうなっていますか？
The color runs out of Yamanouchi's face. I stumble up beside Yamanouchi and bow deeply, really deeply.
すみません。私が山之内さんからやっておくように言われてたんです。今まで忘れてました。本当にすみません。沢井？
The chief sighs in disbelief.
沢井さん、他の部署の人たちも忙しい中でやりくりしているのだから、うっかりミスはダメよ。はい、すみません。山之内さん、網野さんのトランスファー手伝ってあげてください。ほーい。ほな行こうか。なあ、あんた今なんで自分のミスやって言うてかばってくれたん？だって
Because I love you. Say owe me one.
ここで一発山之内さんに菓子でも作っておこうかと。菓子？
Yamanouchi's jaw drops when she picks it up again, cackling.
ほほう、言うてくれるやんか、新人のくせに。新人だからじゃないですか。あ？主任さんだってミスしたのが新人の私だからあっさり許してくれたんじゃないですか？
Yamanouchi whacks me on the head.
あほ、ありゃうちのミスやって分かって沢井の発言の尻馬に乗っただけやわ。そんな。
So I wrestled up the courage to lie for nothing?
でも大きにな、かばってくれたことは嬉しいで。主任にはバレバレでもな。もう
Yamanouchi's always clowning around. That damn Yamanouchi. I'm almost back at the nurse's station after dealing with Miss Sakai's nurse call when I stopped dead in my tracks. I get the feeling I'm forgetting to do something really important, or am I? I'm pretty sure I can get around to it whenever I remember what it is, but what was it? Think until it hits you. Oh, there was definitely something I had to do. Yamanouchi asked me to check Mr. Ryo's urinary bag when I left the nurse's station to handle Miss Sakai's nurse call. Thank goodness I remembered what it was. She would have eaten me alive if I forgot.
おかえり。301のリュウさんの尿量を見てくれた？はい、650でした。おお、 うちのお願い忘れんと覚えててくれたんやね。えらいえらい。
She embraces over the shoulders and gives my hair a tussle.
サワイはええ子やね。ご褒美やで。なでりなでり。
Why are you, like, treating her like a dog? Wow. Senpai doesn't touch me like this. Part of me is flustered, but the other finds the sensation mildly pleasurable.
戻りましってちょっと山之内さん何してんですか。頑張った可愛い子にご褒美あげとるん。邪魔せんといて。
Senpai claws her way in and tears me from Yamanouchi.
やめてください。沢井が山之内さんみたく変になったらどうするんですか。
What does that mean? Are you saying, like, what if I...
おっと藤沢、聞き捨てならんな。それはうちが変態やいうことか。否定するんですか。否定なぞしない。そこは否定しましょうよ。
Wait, did I say that?
あなたたちの性的思考はどうでもいいから勤務時間内は仕事をしてくれないかしら。
The chief's reprimand drags me back to my senses. Both Yamanouchi and Senpai go back to filling in records as if nothing had ever happened. I need to learn how to switch gears like them, like yesterday.
沢井さんも突っ立っていないで記録は済んでいないのでしょ。
I hurriedly pull out Miss Sakai's medical chart and begin filling in details of the recent nurse call response. I sneak a peek at Yamanouchi just as she's sneaking one at me. I surprise myself by turning red. I try studying the floor instead. What's happening to me? My face is burning. When I turn up to work, the chief and senpai are in discussion, their expressions heavy.
本当にいいのね。はい。自分が勉強不足だって沢井に教えながら実感したんです。
Why is my name being dropped in this conversation?
だからちゃんと自分に向き合って患者さんたちのためにも自分のためにも沢井のプリセプ降りようと決意したんです。渚先輩、主任さんだって本当は私にプリセプは無理じゃないかって思ってたんでしょ。でいまいち仕事にやる気のなかった私への荒療治として沢井のプリセプに任命したんでしょ。
The chief simply smiles a fraction, neither confirming nor denying. Then she looks me in the eye with an expression beyond my limited experience to comprehend.
それでいいかしら、沢井さん。
No.
何がですか。私、沢井のプリセプを降りることにしたの。まだ新人を背負えるほど成長してないって実感したから。
She's telling me she's standing down as my preceptor with a look of relief, while my mind is racing to process what's happening. Is this my fault? Did I slow Senpai down because I'm so bad at picking things up?
おー、みなのしゅ、おはようさ。今日もガン首揃えて、父もいろんな大きさが揃ってて、めっそええ眺めやね。というわけで、藤沢さんに代わり沢井さんのプリセプターは山之内さんになります。皆さんフォローをよろしくお願いします。何ですと。では全員揃いましたので申し送りを始め。ちょい待ち今の何？どういうこと？
Yamanouchi is uncharacteristically out of sorts.
だって仕方がないでしょ。 藤沢さんが沢井さんのプリセプターを降りる以上、この病棟の他の常勤看護師はあなた以外にいないのだから。それとも私に沢井さんのプリセプターをやれと、病棟主任の仕事をしながら。
いや、その。
I glance away from Yamanouchi at Senpai. She smiles broadly. Her lips form a wordless apology. I remember how excited she was at the idea of working together when she was named my preceptor. So for her to resolve to stand down must have been a difficult decision.
これ断れるような雰囲気ちゃうやん。
悪いとは思っているわ。
しゃあないな。今度その爆乳揉ませてくれるっちゅうんやから引き受けるしかないやないですか。
その発言はセクハラと捉えてもいいのかしら。
わかりました。不肖山之内、沢井を誠心誠意調教します。
調教？許可します。新人をスーパーナースに仕上げてくれるなら調教でも何でも大歓迎だわ。あと、酒井さんの血液データが若干上昇しました。沢井さん、担当に戻りますか
？I'm momentarily unable to make sense of the words. I looked to Senpai and then to my new preceptor Yamanouchi for meaning.
また嫌味言われる日々に逆戻りするかどうかや。どうするかはあんたが決めたらえ
え。でも嫌味を言う元気が出たって思えば喜ばしいことじゃない？
I nod, preempted by the two of them.
はい、頑張ります。
Yamanouchi's become my preceptor. With a crafty old fox like Yamanouchi teaching me the ropes, I can become every bit the pro she is. Yeah, I've got to seize this bull by the horns. But I can only get so far by psyching myself up. The fried egg in my lunchbox tastes of despair. It turns out that Yamanouchi's teaching style is at odds with Senpai's. She leaves her charges to think for themselves.
初めての抗生物質を点滴する前になんで肥内注射するか分かってんのか？
わかりません。
ほな、それ宿題な。答えが分かったら聞いたる。回答に期限はないけど、正解するまではあんたには一切抗生物質の肥内注射はさせんから、そのつもりで。
I figured out that we use intradermal injections to check for allergic reactions to antibiotics almost straight away, so I'm allowed to make them again. I try my best to follow Yamanouchi's lead, but the more progress I make, the more questions are thrown my way. By the time work's finished, I'm exhausted. I've gotten a handle on things now, but that doesn't stop me from tensing up whenever Yamanouchi checks over my work. And worse, I've been getting nasty doses of vitriol from Miss Sakai since she was returned to my care. Ugh. But I'm not giving up. One day I'll be the super partner that Yamanouchi always wanted. She'll be yelling it from the rooftops. And when that happens, I'm sure Miss Sakai's complaints will run dry. 2 birds with 1 stone.
負けないもん。
I gulp down what I'm chewing and head for the nurse's station a fraction earlier than usual.
あれ？
Is it just me, or is the ward busier than usual?
沢井、休憩中悪いけど外来から救急カート借りてきて。
救急カートは内科にもあったじゃないですか。
龍角さんと網野さんの意識レベルがほぼ同時に落ちた。カートは今312にある。
Meaning we can't use our emergency cart to help Mrs. Amino in room 301.
わかりました。今すぐ外来から借りてきます。
It's outside of regular surgery hours right now, so their emergency cart shouldn't be in use. If I explain the situation to the outpatient nurse on duty, she should let me borrow it, right?
We
managed to wriggle out of a tight spot thanks to the chief taking lead on Mr. Rukaku's sudden change, and Yamanouchi taking lead on Mrs. Mrs. Amino's. As Yamanouchi's preceptee, I was part of Mrs. Amino's successful response team, but I'll be lying if I said I wasn't panicking and lost at first. But when Yamanouchi started firing off orders and I realized she knew exactly what she was doing, I could focus on what I needed to do. Mrs. Amino's situation stabilized, and Mr. Rukaku's breathing returned to normal because Yamanouchi had our backs. They're in the clear for now.
一時はどうなるかと思ったけど、持ち直してよかったですね。
はあ？よかった？
Yamanouchi rips her eyes from the instant coffee Senpai had poured her to glare at me.
あんたな、もうプロになって何ヶ月や？散った状況を見て予測して自分で考えて行動しようとか思わへんの？ただボケーっと口開けて指示待っとるだけやったら看護師やのうてもできるわ。何のために白衣着てここにいてんねん。あんた3年間の学生生活と看護師になってからの時間何してた？ボサーっと突っ立ってるだけの無能は帰れ。
Like a deer caught in headlights, then go on and leave. I can't believe what I'm hearing. My eyes begin to sting. I choke down the welling tears. I can't cry here. Yamanouchi shifts targets from me to Senpai.
藤沢、あんたがプリセプトして頑張ってたんは知ってる。でもな、甘やかして褒めるだけやったやろ。後輩なんざミスした当たり前。あんたは沢井のミスをまるっと背負う覚悟で甘やかしとったんか
？Are ya?
すみませんでした。私が沢井のプリセプを降りて山之内さんになって正解だと思います。
Senpai looks ready to cry as I feel it. It's my fault. Senpai's being reprimanded for my shortcomings.
アホか。うちが言いたいのはそういうことやない。仕事するっちゅう意味考えて仕事せんかい。フォローする、フォローされるいう意味考えながら仕事せえっちゅうこっちゃ。後輩はあんたの背中見ながら育つねんで。
すみません。
I stand helplessly, watching Senpai bite down on her lip, crying. Senpai, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for you to take flack for my screw-up.
泣くな。泣いて状況が変わると思ったら大きな間違いやで。
そんなこと思ってません。
山之内さん、それくらいで。今回はちょっとイレギュラーだったのだから仕方がないわ。
Yamanouchi haughtily averts her gaze.
でも、山之内さんの言う通りよ。藤沢さん、あなたが沢井さんの指導を降りても、沢井さんの先輩であることに変わりはないわ。沢井さんだけでなく、患者さんも常にあなたの背中を見ている。そう思っていてちょうだい。
はい。
沢井さんもよ。白衣を着てここにいる以上、あなたはプロの看護師なの。経験不足は仕方がないわ。でもそれを補うような何かがあなたにも必ずあるはずよ。
何かって何ですか？
The chief lets out a giggle.
バカね。それは自分で考えて見つけなさい。あなたたちに期待しているわ。頑張って。
On the one hand, I'm ecstatic that the chief took my side, but on the other, I hate myself for screwing up so badly. Is this a dream? I see a girl. She's babbling something incomprehensible at the vacant space in front of her.
私はイライラした。なぜなら、それは昔の私と同じで、ただ足をすくませていた自分を、ただ見せつけられているような気がしたからだ。
Is she quoting a novel or something?
あなたは誰？そこで何をしているの？私は苛立ちを抑えられなかった。今の私にはもう力がある。それが分かっていても苛立ってしまったのは私の弱さなのだ。
My voice doesn't seem to be reaching her. Or maybe I'm just being ignored. I deserve the tongue lashing I got yesterday. But that's in the past now. Today's a new day. Yamanouchi's a pro with several years under her belt, and I'm a newbie. I shouldn't beat myself up because I can't hold a candle to her. I'm lucky to have her as a preceptor. I'm going to take any harsh criticism she has on board and pilfer every trick she knows.
点滴チェックも詰めるのも終わってるんですね。じゃあ私、点滴回り行ってきます。沢井？山之内さんは網野さんとか龍角さんとか難しい患者さんの対応があるから、私にできることはどんどん言ってください。
あっそ。ほな点滴は新人2人でよろしゅ。
沢井、無理してない？私の前では普通にしてていいのよ。大丈夫です。私、自分のできることを最大限頑張るって決めたんです。
I know the cheer's a facade. But they say fake it until you make it, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
点滴の時間です。おとなしく横になってくださいね。というわけで、大部屋の患者さんの点滴6人連続で成功したんですよ。
あんなあ、そんなんできて当たり前や。自分が患者やったらって考えてみ。一発で成功されへんかったらどう思う？
それは2回も3回も刺されるのはすごく嫌ですけど。
ま、そういうこっちゃ。1回で針刺し成功するんは看護師として最低ラインの必要最低技能や。
Yamanouchi barks, then ejects herself from the nurse's station.
何よあれ、ちょっとくらい褒めてあげてもいいじゃない。大丈夫です、渚先輩。山之内さんは当たり前のことを私にも分かるように言っただけなんですから。
It doesn't mean I'm able to hide my disappointment, though. Today I did the routine bottle switch. When I ran into Miss Sakai, she was her usual frosty self. I thought taking responsibility for her again would change that. Another sigh leaks out.
患者さんの前でため息ですか？あなたやっぱり看護師に向いてないんじゃないですか？プロ意識が足りないんですね。違うわ。足りないじゃなくて元からないのよ。
I bow out of Miss Sakai's room in defeated silence. I crouch down in an empty stairwell. I don't want to go back to the nurse's station.
私、本当にダメだな。
Don't cry. For now, all I can do is stifle the urge to cry a little. I'll go back to the nurse's station once I've pulled myself together. The moment I get back, the chief leads me by the hand and stuffs me into the break room.
何があったかは聞かないわ。とりあえずこれでも飲みなさい。
Drink this. She hands me a urine sample cup filled with piping hot coffee.
どうして検尿コップなんですか？
どうしてって仕事してるって感じしないかしら。
Chief, no.
しないわけじゃないですけど。
Guess I should be grateful she didn't fill it with green tea. I put my lips to the cup. The flavor of coffee and tickle of hot water seeps into my bones. The chief's coffee is way too weak. Still, I can't look a gift horse in the mouth.
聞いていいですか？
何かしら。
私、看護師に向いてないんでしょうか？
それって私が向いていないって言ったら沢井さんは看護師を辞めるの？
I stare at the steam wafting from the coffee, totally off kilter at having the question redirected at me.
あなたは何のために働いているの？山之内さんや藤沢さんに褒めてもらいたいから？違うでしょ？
I nod, not speaking a word. I love having my hard work recognized. But that's not why I put on the white uniform.
私たち看護師は患者さんのために病院で働いているの。仕事はできて当たり前だし、誰に評価されなくてもそれが当然なの。昨日より今日、今日より明日、患者さんが元気になるためのお手伝いをする。それが私たちの仕事なのではないかしら。
I feel something stir inside me that makes me look up.
私たちは当たり前の仕事をしただけなのに、それでありがとうって言われるとものすごく得をした気分になるわよね。
Her eyes shine kindly at me.
あなたは経験が浅いからまだ知らないかもしれない。けれど続ければ続けるほど面白くなる仕事よ。それを知る前にやめるのはもったいないと思うわ。
If you were to quit before then, you'd be missing out.
もったいない？
ええ、もったいないわ。確かに看護の仕事は辛いこともいっぱいある。でもそれ以上に嬉しいこともたくさんあるの。
The chief smiles gently, lost in reverie.
何もない自分が生きることを許されるだけでなく、自分が生きている価値を感じられる仕事なんてそうめったにあるものではない。そう思うわ。
I don't think you'll find many. Yay! I wanted to hear Yamanouchi's input, but as always, she left as soon as her duties ended. Instead, I was, and I feel weird saying this, straddled with Senpai.
お疲れ様でした。
どうしたどうした、テンション低いぞさわいい。
そんなことないですよ。気のせいじゃないですか？
最近すごく頑張ってるじゃない。ストレスとか溜めてんじゃないの？頑張る子には私の胸を貸してあげる。
Senpai praised me. But, truth be told, I'm not gushing with glee about it.
いえ、大丈夫ですよ。
なんだと？私の大きくない胸じゃ気持ちよくないってか？
そうじゃないです。
It's not her validation I want.
それにしても山之内さんって最近沢井に辛く当たってない？大丈夫？前はもうちょっと柔らかかったと思うんだけど。
She has her reasons.
きっと山之内さんには山之内さんなりの考えがあるんですよ。
そっか。山之内さんも沢井のプリセプになったから今までとはちょっと態度を変えてるのかもね。っていうかあの人って超謎。ふざけてるのかと思えば真面目になるし、真面目なのかって見直せばセクハラするし。
So you figure she's serious at heart, and then she's sexually harassing the nurses.
つかみどころのない人ですよね。ただ主任さんは一目置いてる感じですけど。
なんでもいくつも職場を渡り歩いてきた山之内さんを主任さんが拝み倒してここに就職してもらったらしいよ。
なんかその話どこかで聞いたことがあるような。
山之内さん的にはどこにも就職せずにフリーでやってた方が稼ぎが良かったって話よ。でもそれなのにうちの主任に説得されて就職なんて。主任どんな手使ったんだろうね。
I can't imagine what it must be like to just drift between hospitals.
ああ、手じゃなくて胸かも。主任の胸すっごく大きいじゃない？
渚先輩
なんてね。やだもう山之内さんの話なんてするからセクハラ発言が完成しちゃったじゃないもう。
Senpai playfully slaps my back and shoulders.
渚先輩痛いです。
Just joking around like this again lifts my spirits a little. I should be grateful to have her as a senpai. And so Mrs. Amino ultimately passed away.
沢井さんはエンゼルケアやったことあったかしら？
Nope. I answer with a heavy shake of my head.
いえ。
そう。では山之内さん、指導してあげてください。必要物品は介護士さんが用意しているはずです。
はい。
I follow Yamanouchi, my mouth blocked and my gaze fixed on her back. This doesn't feel real. All Mrs. Amino wanted was to go home and see Gramps.
この度はご愁傷様でした。最後の処置をさせていただきますので、ご家族の方々は廊下で少々お待ちください。
Mrs. Amino's family members stand to leave, some pausing to hold her hand, others to stroke her hair. One of them, a tall gray-haired man, casts a sorrowful smile at us before he shuffles out of the room. That was probably Mrs. Amino's husband.
沢井、まずは正式や。タオルをお湯に浸して。
I don't have time to cry. I observed after death care in progress once when I was a student. This is the last thing we nurses can do for our patients. It has to be a heartfelt gesture.
なあ、花さん。じいちゃんとこには帰られへんかったけど、ご家族に囲まれて幸せやってんね。
After we wiped the body down with a warm towel, we changed it into a fresh pair of clothes.
さっきの背の高いおじいさんがアミノさんの。
そう、あのじいちゃんも脳梗塞やってな。あの頃は花さんも元気やったから毎日お見舞いに来てたんよ。でもじいちゃんの脳梗塞は範囲が狭かったから日常生活にちょっと不便なくらいで 割と早いうちに退院できてんけどな。次の月に今度は花さんが脳梗塞や。じいちゃん自分を責めてな。あん時は大変やったわ。
I take the cotton and disposable chopsticks handed to me. The cotton is for plugging any and all of the body's orifices. When vital activity ends, the human body decomposes and the cell structure begins to dissolve. It's critical to properly plug cavities with cotton to contain cell tissue leakage that might soil the body. It's current practice to use plastic that hardens to air exposure, but it comes with the price tag you'd expect, so I use the tried and true method here. I stuffed Mrs. Amano's nasal cavities with cotton, careful not to alter the shape of her face. Meanwhile, Yamanouchi makes conversation as she bundles cotton into the ear canal with the chopsticks.
私ここに入植して網野さんをご家族の前で失禁させてしまったことがあります。
ああ、就任にめっさ叱られておむつプレイの流れになったあれな。花さん意外と豪気な人やったから、失語症やなかったらそんな過ぎたことでくよくよと悩んではいけませんよって言うやろな。
本当にそうでしょうか。
腹の中ではこのクソガキがって思うてても絶対に顔には出さん。そういう人やったしな。
I'm not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. Still, I wipe away the tears, but they stubbornly keep coming back.
女ってそういうもんや。腹の中でどう思ってても表面上は取り繕って和やかな雰囲気を作る。そういう意味では花さんは女の中の女やったよ。若輩者としてはめっさ見習いたいぐらいにな。
I brush the tears away, only for more to follow. I can't work at all. I can't be like this now.
泣くなとは言わん。でも泣くことを仕事ができん理由にするんはプロとしてみっともないで。泣きながらでも何でもええ。患者さんをきれいにしてご家族にお返しする。それがエンゼルケアっちゅう仕事やで。
A smile broadens on Yamanouchi's lips as she applies the finishing touches to the makeup.
なあ、花さんはどんな口紅が好きやったっけ？おっとり優しい人やったから明るいオレンジなんか似合うと思うねんけど。
Yamanouchi traces vivid color back onto her colorless lips.
ほっぺは明るいブラウンかな。ピンクはあんまり好きやない言うてはったもんな。うん、綺麗になったで。どないやさわい。
綺麗だと思います。
ほら、うちの職場で一番若い子かて褒めてるで。こんな綺麗になってじいちゃん気が気やないね。あっちでナンパされるんちゃう
Be hit on left and right over yonder.
じいちゃんが来るまで浮気はあかんで。寂しいかもしれへんけどちょっとだけ待っといたってな。
As weird as it sounds, Mrs. Amano's face seems to relax at Yamanouchi's risque bedside manner. Once we pass Mrs. Amano to her family, I just can't hold it in anymore. I find an empty stairwell and wail under my breath. The way Gramps couldn't shed a tear as his family filed out, replaced my mind. It's too much. The tears won't stop.
カオリンさん、大丈夫ですか？
I'd love to look her in the eye and tell her everything's fine, but I can't keep myself from sobbing into my arms. Every time I open my mouth to say something, I feel the urge to wail. I'm vaguely aware that she's left the stairwell. I'm sorry, Ami. Right now, all my thoughts are with Mrs. Amano. All Mrs. Amano wanted was to go home and see Gramps. Gramps even promised he'd wait for her. And now he's going to live in that large empty house on his own. It makes me painfully aware that there's nothing I can do. I'm not cut out to be a nurse.
そこに座っているとお尻から内臓の冷えを招きます。プロなら自己管理の大切さはご存知なんじゃないですか?
Know how to take care of themselves. Startled, I look up to see Miss Sakai, exasperated, and Ami cry next to her.
亡くなったアミノさんのお話聞きたいんですけど、まさかこんな薄ら寒い場所で聞かせる気ですか?
あのね、さゆりんは入院してすぐ私と一緒に病棟をうろうろしてて、おばあちゃんから飴玉をもらったんだよ。
余計なことは言わなくてもいいから。
さゆりん、日記味は好きじゃないのに、おばあちゃんの手前食べないわけにもいかなくて、すごく変な顔で食べてたんだよね。
もうあなたは黙ってて。
It's surreal to think that only moments earlier a patient of mine died and I saw off her grieving family, and now the ward is the same as ever.
あなたに笑われる筋合いはありません。でも、まあ、アミノさんのお話を聞かせてくれるなら、今日だけは許してあげてもいいわ。
I watch Miss Sakai, her face turned away in a pout, and feel the gap between us is closed, or maybe it's just my imagination. The three of us reminisce about Mrs. Amano and Miss Sakai's room. When I mention that Mrs. Amano went with a smile on her face, almost as if drifting off into sleep, Ami breaks down and cries.
なあ、さわい。
Yamanouchi catches me off guard, calling out my name partway through filing Mrs. Amano's records. She didn't so much as look up as she called, so I rationalized my mind was playing tricks on me. Guess I was wrong.
今日うちに来い?
Okay, make a save. Persona! Are you sure? I didn't think she asked me to come over with Mrs. Amano having just passed away. This time Yamanouchi looks up.
どういう意味や?
The truth is, I want to go.
だってこんな状況だし、アミノさんのことがちらついて、のんきに楽しむわけにはいかないかなって。
アホ、この世の中は生きてるやつのもんや。死んだやつのもんと違う。
She's right. It depends on how you look at it.
じゃあ久しぶりだし行こうかな。で、今日は何をすればいいんですか?
まあその話は後でな。
At some point, we settle on going to Yamanouchi's place after work. I glance at Senpai and catch a bitter expression on her face as she turns away.
適当に座って。
あ、はい。
It's been a while since I've been in Yamanouchi's room. She holds an envelope out to me.
これ、何ですか?
The legend Comic Queen and the Himeyuri editorial department logo are emblazoned on the envelope.
平たく言うと賞金をくれてやるからうちで漫画家としてデビューしませんかっちゅうお誘いやね。
デビュー？すごいじゃないですか。
Yamanouchi loves to draw manga. She's given years of her life to the art form. So this could be the big break she's been waiting for.
すごいです、山之内さん。プロの漫画家になるんです
ね。でもな、そこにはちっとばかり問題があってな。
問題？ペンネームですか？
せや、スカポンティーヌ萌えの何が問題やねん。
Moe sukapontine? Moe sukapontine. Sukapontine moe. I don't know. What's not wrong with it? I wish I was brave enough to actually say that to her face. And for those who are lost, Moe Sukapanote is Yamanouchi's manga's pen name. Well, I got that. Taking the opportunity to change it might not be the worst idea in the world. Maybe she has some attachment to the name.
まあデビューするとなると今までより漫画にかける時間が必然的に多なるな。つまり9時5時の勤務は無理になる。
はあ、そうなんですか？
From my understanding, her name is like cute, sugary, sweet something. So it is kind of ridiculous. Why have we gone from talking about her pen name to her work hours?
平たく言うと常勤職員っちゅうのは無理や。常勤やとどうしてもフルタイムになるから必然的にパートタイムのバイトになるやろね。この量は常勤やめるんやったら出ていかなあかんしな。ああ、物件探し超面倒。
Move out of the dorms. In other words, things aren't going to be the same anymore. But when all is said and done, that's not going to stop Yamanouchi from drawing manga. So she's telling me this because she's already decided to accept the debut offer. Yamanouchi steals a glance at me. What am I supposed to tell her? You're not gonna quit being a nurse?
看護師辞めませんよね。
あ？
もしバイトになって住む場所が変わったとしても一緒の病棟で一緒に仕事を続けていけるんですよね。
Yamanouchi watches me expressionlessly. What is she?
あんたは自分さえ良けりゃそれでええんやね。一緒に喜んでくれると思ってたうちの見る目がなかっただけか。
そういうわけじゃ。私だって山之内さんのデビューは嬉しいです。
ああ、そう。じゃあうち先方さんに返事せなあかんから。お帰りはあちら。
Yamanouchi points at the door, a cold twist on her lips.
ああ、忙しい忙しい。
Yamanouchi turns her back on me and begins rifling through some kind of file. Seems she doesn't want to interact with me at all. I'm happy for Yamanouchi making her debut, I really am. But we finally become close, and I've gradually come to love her. Is it wrong of me to be upset that we might not be able to work together again? I open my eyes groggily. A lone girl stands in a world of nothingness. I'm having that dream again.
この話を受けるべきか断るべきか、まるでハムレットになったかのように私は自問自答していた。
To be or not to be?
何を
I blurt the words out, but the girl continues reading out loud. Apparently, my voice isn't getting through to her.
でもやってみたい。現実の世界から逃げられないのであれば夢の世界に救いを求めても良いではないか。だって夢の世界にいれば現実の辛いことは忘れられるのだから。
I don't have a clue what she's talking about or trying to communicate.
山之内さん。
質問なら別の人にして。今忙しい。
I can't find an inn.
わかりました。すみません。
I slumped down, notepad in one hand.
ねえ、あんたたち何かあったの？
Senpai peers over a medical record, looking worried about us. But I have no idea what to tell her. Yamanouchi's not one to hold a grudge, but I seem to have changed that. Did my resistance to her making a debut upset her that much? Should I have hidden my feelings and celebrated with her? A tissue box is set down in front of me. I pluck a tissue and place it against my cheek, realizing for the first time that I've been crying.
ありがとうございます。あんまり思い詰めちゃダメよ。
I follow Senpai's gaze and catch a glimpse of Yamanouchi. She's having a serious talk with the chief about something. She doesn't so much as glance in this direction. I'm jealous of the chief. I love Yamanouchi. I've uncovered some of Yamanouchi's mysteries by working under her and spending time with her off the clock, and there's so much more I want to know. And I want her to know the real me, too. The chief glances this way, picking up on my gaze. It's not the chief's pitying gaze I want, but Yamanouchi's. I don't care if she looks at me with contempt or hatred, I just want her to look at me.
沢井、ボケっとする暇あるんやったら、ラウンドでも行ってこんかい。
She doesn't turn to speak to me face to face. Does she look... Does just looking at me sicken her?
はい。
詰め所を出る前に、顔を洗った方がいいわよ、沢井さん。
I thank the chief for her advice. Yamanouchi sticks around, still talking to the chief about something. I would kill to be the chief right now. The moment the night nurses finish their reports, Yamanouchi disappears from the ward without a trace. I know that's business as usual, but it feels like she's withholding even the possibility of a conversation from me.
沢井さん、記録は終わったの
？15時までの分は終わりましたけど、そこから先の分が。
それならほとんど終わっているのね。かけていないのは何人分くらいかしら？メモはあるの？
あと3人分です。メモはあります。なきゃ書けません。
メモを見せて。
はい。
I passed the notes of the 3 unreported patients to the chief. What on earth is she thinking?
これなら大丈夫ね。沢井さん、あなたはもう帰っていいわ。
でも記録が。
私がこのメモをもとに代筆しておくわ。あなたは明日、私が書いた部分をチェックしてサインを入れてくれればいいから。で、何しに来たん？
I'd taken the chief up on our offer to leave early and made straight for Yamanouchi's room. Yamanouchi opened the door when I knocked and let me into a room after, but then...
私の話を聞いてもらいたくて来ました。
うちは別に聞きたない。
Then why'd you let me in? At this rate, we'll get nowhere. I ball up my fists and stand my ground.
私、山之内さんが好きです。
I gnashed my teeth after getting the words out. I have to keep my body propped up on its shaking legs.
アホか。
That's all she says. I hesitantly look up. Her cold glare is now brimming with warmth that's part appalled and part awkward. My eyes cloud up. I missed being looked at fondly by her so much.
そうかもしれません。こんなに冷たい山之内さんなんかを好きになってしまうなんて。
かもしれんやのうて。あんたは正真正銘のアホや。うちなんかのどこが好きなん？
Yamanouchi's right in front of my eyes, smiling at me. I rattle off what I love about her in a tide of glee.
フラフラしてると思えば患者さんのこと本気で考えてるし、漫画にだって真面目に取り組んでるし、優しくないふりして本当は私や病棟のことをちゃんと考えてくれてるし、真面目じゃないふりをしてるけど本当は根が真面目なんですよね。そういうところすごく惹かれます。
沢井、うちが嫌いなこと教えたろか？
なんですか？
うちのことろくに知らんくせに本当はとか言うて決めつけるやつとかめっさ嫌いや。ヘドが出る。
I can almost hear the sound of my heart being sliced in two. But that won't stop me. I'm used to people telling me that they hate me. The tongue-lashing Miss Sakai gives me would make most people's ears bleed. It's no skin off my nose at this point if Yamanouchi takes a jab.
山之内さんが私のこと嫌いでもいいんです。私は山之内さんのことが好きだって知っておいてほしかっただけですから。
沢井。
Yamanouchi flaps her gums before settling on a giggle.
好きか。あんたはほんまに素直な子やね。あんたは今まで一緒やったやつが離れるのが嫌なだけや。そんなん好きでもなんでもない。そういうのは感傷に流されとるだけ言うんや。
それこそ決めつけじゃないですか。私が一時的に感傷に流されてただけだとしても、それでも好きって気持ちは実際にあるんです。
I desperately cling to each word, hoping to convince myself as much as her.
で、あんたに引きずられて好きになった途端、あんたは心変わりして別の人を好きになるんやね。
そんなことは。
Yamanouchi guffaws under her breath before I can finish. Her chilling grin freezes my lips.
人の心は変わるもんや。永遠なんてのは都合のええただの夢物語やで。
A deep-seated darkness broods behind Yamanouchi's arctic grimace.
父親は心の弱い人間だった。アルコールに溺れ、ギャンブルに溺れ、借金まみれの挙句、自分の血にまみれて死んだ。
Oh, I'm having this dream again.
母親もそんな父親と結婚するようなバカな女だった。父親を支えるつもりでダメな父親に依存し、それを自分の生きる目標にしていた女だった。
Hold on, isn't this dream a little too lucid?
母親は父親の借金を背負っただけでなく、親戚の借金の保証人にもなったりして、とにかく人を見る目がなかった。姉は高校卒業を機に家を出た。私を捨てた姉を恨んだ時もあった。それでも姉の判断は正しかったと今は思う。母親はどうしようもなくバカではあったが、 何か思うところはあったのだろう。ある寒い冬の朝、近所の公園で首を吊って死んだ。
The story paints a vivid picture. I'm not sure if I should keep listening.
母親が自殺した時、これでやっと楽になれると思った。今まで一度たりとも助けてくれなかった親類縁者は、スズメの涙ほどの死亡保険金を根こそぎむしり取っていった。ひどい。聖戦した。もう何も残ってない。血は水よりも薄い。それが分かっただけで十分だ。信じられるのは自分だけ。そう、自分だけ。
That the only person you can trust is yourself, no one else. I jump out of bed with a gasp. Sweat lines my chest. It runs down my forehead, off of my chin, onto the sheets below. I don't want to hear any more of what she has to say. I'm too scared to hear the rest. But still.
あの子、誰なんだろう。どうして私の夢であんなこと。おはようございます。
I try to finish, but can't. The sight of Yamanouchi and the chief glaring daggers at each other in the nurse's station in the break room silences me. Senpai sneaks toward me warily. Her bag still on her shoulder, meaning she's as reluctant to go into the break room as I am. The part-timers and temps stand around with their bags, exchanging uneasy glances. Meanwhile, the night shift nurses lethargically watch the deadlocked pair.
あの二人、どうしたんですか。なんであんな殺気を振りまきながら睨み合ってるんですか。龍角さんの延命治療について真っ向から対立しているのよ。
じいさん本人は相関せずに自然に死なせてほしい言うてたやないか。サインかて書かせた、それでええやんか。ご家族が延命治療を強く希望しているのよ。ドクターもご家族の希望は無限にはできないの。あなただって看護師ならわかるでしょ。うちはそういう組織の歯車になりたなくて、患者のためであるはずの看護ができんくなるんが嫌やったから、ずっとフリーやってたんや。うちが百合ヶ浜に常勤で入る条件も、患者のための看護をさせてくれるっちゅう約束やったよな。今さら約束を破る気か。初見さん、あんたかて患者のための看護をしたいって言うてたやないか。あの言葉は嘘やったんか。嘘ではないわ。でもうちはまんまとあんたの口車に乗せられただけっちゅうわけか。あんたも所詮は患者の顔が札束に見える口か。違うわ。あの時の気持ちは今でも変わっていない。ただ今回は患者さんの意思を尊重したくても財産が絡んできて厄介なのよ。はっ、そんなら金持ちのじじババが入院するたびに同じことが起こるっちゅうわけか。アホくさ。
Yamanouchi cuts the chief's position down in one fell swoop.
ま、うちの意見はともかく、あんたらの意見も参考にさせてもらうわ。まずは藤沢から。
Yamanouchi turns around and points blindly in my general direction, but by sheer accident, at Senpai specifically, Senpai titters.
ご家族の希望があるなら、後々のリスクを考えると相関した方が安全かもしれません。
This time, Yamanouchi's gaze pins a timid part-timer.
そうですね。訴訟を起こされるのが一番厄介ですし。
でもさ、そうならないためにちゃんと DNR 取ったのに、今さら意見変えないでよって思わない？
Several nurses and assistants chime in favor.
沢井は？
All eyes center on me. I think Senpai has a point.
そうですね。渚先輩の言う通りかもしれません。面倒事は病院にとってもマイナスですし。
はっ、死人に口なしか。訴えるのは生きとる人間だけやもんな。山之内さん、それは看護師が言ってもいい言葉ではないわ。知るかそんなもん。患者の立場でもの考えられへんような看護師なんさ看護師ちゃうわ。
Yamanouchi spits the words out disgustingly before starting off furiously. In the end, Mr. Rukaku is connected to an artificial respirator by intubation.
龍角さん、体拭きますね。
I press a hot towel against Mr. Rukaku's chest, which falls and rises to the tempo of the respirator. There's no response from him. If Mr. Rukaku was conscious, he would have told me how great a hot towel on cold skin feels.
本当にこれでよかったのかな。
I know that Mr. Rukaku had expressed that if death should become knocking, he'd follow.
じいさん、ばあちゃんに会うんがまた遠なったな。ボンクラな息子や娘のせいで。
I turned to see Yamanouchi standing there.
医療なんてこんなもんや。記録にも残して医療従事者に希望を伝えたかて、自分の最後の希望は通らへん。
Happens all the time in medicine.
生きてる人間や利益を狙う人間が我がの都合で何でもええように結果をねじ曲げてしまう。
でも息子さんや娘さんにとっては男で一つで育ててくれた父親です。どんな形であれ生きていてほしかったのかもしれません。
Yamanouchi giggles tiredly.
あんたはええ子やね、沢井。鼻につくわ。
じゃあお先に失礼します。
There's no loose ends to tie up today, so I leave without doing overtime. The same scene as always. Patients come and go through the same hospital ward. It's so familiar that you could almost forget that in one corner of this ward an old man's being kept alive against his will. The thrum of my phone in my bag alerting me that I've got mail snaps me back into reality.
本気でうちのことが好きなら、勤務終了後、うちの部屋に来い。
Well, God, okay.
来たっちゅうことは本気か？
はい、本気です。私は好きになった人を悲しませるようなことしたくありません。
さよか。
A cynical smile sits on Yamanouchi's face. So she still doesn't believe me.
どうしたら私の気持ち信じてくれるんですか？
せやね。
Yamanouchi sits on her desk, flaunting a masochistic smile. She casually raises one of her legs at me.
ひざまずいて、うちの足にキスできるんやったら考えたってもええわ。
No. I have to say yes, but I don't want to. I don't care about my pride. I do. I want her to know that I'm serious about her. Oh God. I can't. I immediately drop onto my knees, cup her foot in my hands, and gently press my lips to it. When I glance up, I find Yamanouchi staring down at me in shock.
マジでやるとは思わんかった。
本気だって言ったじゃないですか。私は本気でやるって言ったらやる子です。
Yamanouchi chuckles.
そういうのバカ正直言うんやで。
Yamanouchi looks on the verge of tears as she swears me into her good graces. I want to tell her she doesn't have to cry anymore. But the situation isn't right, so I do the only thing I can. I hold her tightly in my arms. I'm overjoyed that she doesn't push me away. In the confusion that follows, we somehow end up drinking. Yamanouchi drunkenly relates her painfully sordid family history to me.
親父が死んだんはうちが中学の頃や。アル中でギャンブル好きでクズにふさわしい死に方やったわ。血吐きまくってそのままにしときゃええもん。おかんが救急車呼んでな。無駄な延命治療のせいで膨大な医療費が借金に上乗せされてもた。
On top of the debt she already had.
生きてた頃も苦労かけ通しやったくせに死んだ後も苦労させてくれよる。ほんま人間のクズ言うもあいつのことやね。んでただでさえ金に苦労してた高校の頃、今度はおかんが親戚に騙されて借金さらに上乗せや。はあ、もうどこまでお人よしやねんって思うたわ。
She was too naive for her own good.
んで
Oops. Oop. Hello. What did I do? Oh no. Help.
さすがに高校には借金取りはけえへんかったけど OL やってた姉ちゃんとこには行ったんやろうな。ある日姉ちゃんは書き置き残して消えてもた。
One day she left a note for us and just up and vanished.
でうちもおかんに愛想つかしとったから寮付きの看護学校選んでとっとと就職してんけど、奉公期間にまたおかんが騙されよってな。今度は借金取りが病院にやってきて、さすがにもうあかん思ったんやろ。おかん首つりよったわ。娘二人の人生めちゃくちゃにした責任くらいは感じたんかな。それでも遅いっちゅうね。一応姉ちゃん探して連絡したけど、姉ちゃんは葬式に来んかったわ。ま、そらせやわ。姉ちゃんの人生おとんとおかんがワヤにしたようなもんやもんな。名前聞くだけでもムカつく言うてたしな。あのクソ親父にしてもおかんにしても姉ちゃんもうちにええことを教えてくれたんや。誰も信じたらあかん、信じるから裏切られるて。
Yamanouchi lets out a drawling sigh.
どや引いたか。あんたが好きな山之内さんはこういう女なんやで。父親の死を本気で喜んで苦労した末に首つった母親の死に心底ホッとした。嫌いになるやろ。
I want to tell her to stop doing this to herself, but what I say instead is,
嫌いになんかなりません。山之内さんは人の弱さや悲しみを知ってるから患者さんの立場に立った看護を実践できるんだと思います。
Yamanouchi sighs heavily.
あんたは綺麗事しか言わんのやね。
綺麗事なんかじゃありません。本当にそう思うから言ってるんです。
あっそ。ならそれでもええわ。はあ、おかえりは回れ右してそこのドアから出てったらええからね。
Nothing I say is sticking. I decide to quietly leave. That's all I can do for today. She told me about her past. Does that mean she's opened up her heart to me a little? I'm having that dream again. A girl is reciting what sounds like a novel into the void. The girl stops reciting and lets out a sighing breath.
誰でもよかった。一人だけでよかった。あの時、誰か一人でも手を差し伸べてくれていたなら。
Why does this girl's words make my heart ache? I stretch a hand out towards the girl. This girl has to be...
Yamanouchi-san!
The girl looks at me. Her eyes are vacant. She vanishes in the moment before I reach her. It's been 3 days since Yamanouchi opened up to me about her past. The number of times I've talked to Yamanouchi personally since then has hit rock bottom. Yamanouchi's in the ward when I arrive today, getting ready to end her night shift.
全員揃いましたね。おはようございます。申し送りを始めます。夜勤さん、お願いします。
はいはい、お願いされます。今朝方312の龍角さんが愛するばあちゃんに会いに行きました。
Sound is momentarily siphoned out of the nurse's station.
そっか。龍角さんが。
ちゅうことで、単総10、5総6、ドッポ8、夜勤隊隊員1で空将6、総数30で送ります。
Okay, so I'm assuming she killed him, and she needs to be a little less happy about that. Everyone's rooted to this spot, unable to return to regular duties after the reports have been done.
人工呼吸器を装着しても結果的に持たなかったのね。
解剖しないとわからないけど、おそらくは多臓器不全ね。すでに体はボロボロだったということよ。
While us day shifters stand around dejectedly, Yamanouchi stretches nonchalantly. 'Cause she murdered him.
まあ、でもあのじいさん結構好きやったから、うちがお見送りできてよかったわ。
She flashes a smile. The chief looks at Yamanouchi, worried. I bet Mr. Kaku would have been happy too, knowing Yamanouchi was the one who saw him off. I go to Miss Sakai's room to conduct the usual bottle exchange, but she's down in the dumps.
短かったですね。
I don't have to ask who or what she's talking about.
うん。人工呼吸器をつけてもそう持たせられないんだなって分かったよ。
医療は万能じゃないってことですね。
Thinking about Mr. Kaku's painful. I seriously want to cry. But I can't cry in front of Miss Sakai, in front of a patient, so I hold the tears back. I'm sure Miss Sakai is more rattled by this than I am. And I'm sure that if I cry, I'll put Miss Sakai at greater unease.
私の最後も、あんな風に人工呼吸器につながれて、迎えるのかな。
酒井さんは大丈夫だよ。まだ若いし、気力も体力もある。龍角さんは寿命だったんだと思う。
Life ends. No amount of human effort or medical advancement will change that.
寿命か。
酒井さんにだってやりたいこととか夢とかいろいろあるでしょ。
夢？
小児科の看護師になるんだよね。
そういえば、 そんなことも言いましたっけね。
Miss Sakai smiles indifferently. The smile abruptly transitions into a sad grimace.
それはそうなんですけど、今はなるべく痛い思いをしたくないかな。
Miss Sakai is being uncharacteristically frank. Her true feelings must be showing through. Something Yamanouchi said comes to mind.
じいさん本人は相関せずに自然に死なせてほしい言うてたやないか。サインかて書かせたらそれでええやんか。
龍角さんの最後の夢は静かに苦しまずに亡くなることだったのに、私たちがそれを台無しにしたのよ。
I've been telling myself not to cry, but the rush of tears can't be held back any longer.
ごめん、酒井さんの前では泣かないって思ってたのに。
見くびらないでください。あなたの涙なんて私何とも思いませんから。
Now Miss Sakai's crying too. We cry for a while, then Miss Sakai breaks the silence.
でも龍角さんは息子さんや娘さんを大事になさっていたじゃないですか。相関されたことだって仕方がないなって笑って受け入れたと思います。
Miss Sakai's consolation extracts a smile from me.
あれ、酒井さんが優しい。
今日だけです。大好きなおじいちゃんを傷んで泣いてる人に追い打ちをかけるほど鬼じゃありませんから。
Miss Sakai haughtily turns away with an expertly toned, scaling smile. She brushes away the tears with a hand. After the day nurses report in to the night nurses, I write up all my outstanding records. That's everything done for today. The way Yamanouchi gave Mr. Rukaku's stubborn report with a gleaming smile has been weighing steadily heavier on my mind since this morning. Is Mr. Rukaku's death simply something Yamanouchi can shrug off with a smile? Or did she force herself to bottle up her feelings for the departed and act as if everything was normal out of her sense of duty as a nurse? It won't stop bugging me. But wouldn't going to Yamanouchi's place be taken as a sign of worry? Wouldn't that be taken as a lack of trust in her? But then what should I... Go to her place. No, something's off. It's not like Yamanouchi to sport a happy-go-lucky smile like that. She could be crying right now, alone. I might not be able to console her, but I have to be there for her. I swear to God, if the body's in there.
なんやのもう、夜勤明けに叩き起こされるとは思わんかったわ。
Yamanouchi yawns like a bear.
山之内さん、素直じゃないです。本当は龍角さんが亡くなったことが辛くてたまらないくせに。
Yamanouchi glares down at me, her stare sharp enough to cut.
あんたに何がわかる？
わかります。私ずっと山之内さんを見てましたから。
I gingerly closed the distance between us.
今だって叩き起こされたって言いながら、本当は寝てなんかいなかったんですよね。
I reach out to Yamanouchi. She doesn't resist. I haltingly wrap my arms around her. Yamanouchi doesn't move a hair. I bring my lips closer. Just as our lips touch, I'm torn away by my hair.
普通に飲んなやガキが。
山之内さん、そんな風に強がらなくてもいいんです。そんな必要なんてないんです。
Watching her stretch herself thin stings far worse than the shock of rejection. If I could cry for her, I would.
そんな風に泣きなや。
She brushes the tears streaming down my cheek with a tender kiss. I recoil, pushing her away on reflex.
私、山之内さんがわからない。私のことを受け入れたいんですか？それとも拒絶したいんですか？
そんなん知るか自分で考えんかい。
それを考えるべきなのは山之内さんの方じゃないですか。いつも私に決めさせて。だいたい私を受け入れるかどうかなんて山之内さんが考えることでしょ。私が考えてどうするんですか？
なんでうちがあんたなんかのこと考えたらなあかんねん。あんたが考えたらええやん。
We shout at each other, fully swept up in the flow of our emotions.
私が考えたら山之内さん、今頃私とラブラブですよ。いいんですか、ラブラブ。
The words coming out of my mouth are gradually making less and less sense.
原稿手伝うてくれるんやったら考えたってもええわ。せやかであんたいっつもブーブー言うやん。
ラブラブになれるんだったらブーブーなんか言いませんよ。
What's going on? Are we having fun slinging our raw emotions at each other?
ブーブーやなかったらもうもうか。
もう言うのは渚先輩です。
おま、仮にも敬愛する先輩なんやろ。なんちゅうこと言うたるねん。
渚先輩のことを牛沢って呼んでるのは山之内さんじゃないですか。
可愛げがないぞ沢井。
だったら山之内さんには素直さが皆無ですよね。
Surprisingly, Yamanouchi goes quiet. I follow her lead into silence. We both look at each other.
キモ。素直さたっぷりの山之内さんってか。ないわ、ないない。
Yamanouchi cackles at the idea.
なんか変ですか？きっと可愛いと思うんです。
きっしょいきっしょい。あんたみたいな可愛げのある女ならともかくうちが素直？ないないわ。
Yamanouchi erupts into eerie, rapturous laughter. The tears sliding off of her face, and when the laughter doesn't escape my notice.
山之内さん、私言い過ぎました。
いや、ええねん。うちに素直さが足りんのほんまやし。
Yamanouchi's look suddenly changes to one of a nostalgic reminiscence.
元気やった頃のじいさんに何度も言われたわ。お前さんには素直さが足りん。あ、こういうことやったんやね。
はい。
More must have happened between Yamanouchi and Mr. Rukaku than I realized, back when Mr. Rukaku was still with us.
うち決めた。看護師は続ける。その上でプロのお誘いも来たし、漫画も続ける。
Yamanouchi wipes her tears away to make her a grand proclamation. Wouldn't continuing being a nurse and drawing manga mean leading the same life she has until now? On second thought, something may have changed inside Yamanouchi for her to make a brazen proclamation like that. For Yamanouchi, her life before and after this point may be fundamentally different.
はあ。で、
それ以上は秘密や。
If you're gonna keep the details a secret, keep the plan a secret too. It's gonna bug me like crazy now. The same old workday. The same old handing off of reports to the night nurses. I think I delivered today's reports relatively smoothly. Yeah, I suppose I'm firmly on the path to developing as a nurse, one step at a time.
はい、申し送り直後ですんませんけど、聞いてくださいね。
Yamanouchi launches into a loud announcement. All eyes turn to her, curious.
皆さん、今までお世話になりました。は？山之内さん、何言ってるの？
The part-timers and dispatch staff on my shift voice what I'm too stunned to. The chief is the only one with a tranquil expression and calm tone. She's probably already been giving this talk.
同じところに長くおりすぎまして、一身上の都合もあるし、うちはやっぱりフラフラしてんのが性に合うてるなって。それってここを辞めるってことですか？ま、そういうことや。次の勤務表にうちの名前はないけど、挨拶だけはしとこう思て。ほなな。
Yamanouchi waves casually and glides out of the nurse's station. I hurriedly give chase.
待ってください。山之内さん、待って。
なんやさい、挨拶はさっき済んだやろ。
どうしてやめるんですか？私のこと嫌だったんですか？
理由はさっきも言うた通りや。あと、漫画描き続けるんやったら、ここみたいにフルで勤務しながらっちゅうのは無理やね。
Yamanouchi turns aside.
あんたのことは関係ない。
It's heart-wrenching seeing her racked with pain.
私、頑張ります。看護師としてもちゃんと勉強します。アシスタントもうまくできるよう頑張ります。だから、お願いだから、出ていくなんて言わないでください。
The tears I tried to hold back come flooding out.
はあ、泣かしてもうたな。
She pats me on the head, her soft touch. It's scant consolation. The only consolation I need is for her to tell me she's not going to quit.
あんた、アホやな。うちなんかのために、こないに泣いて。
だって、山之内さんが辞めるって、辞めちゃうって言うから。
それがアホや言うね。うちみたいなに引っかかって。
山之内さん、辞めないで。お願いだから、いなくならないでください。
I fight through the hiccups to communicate that at the very least.
それは聞けへんお願いやわ。
どうしてですか？
Yamanouchi momentarily purses her lips for explanation, before eventually settling on a somber smile.
どうして何も言ってくれないんですか？
辞める人間が何を言うても、ただの言い訳にしかならんからや。
My fingers dug into Yamanouchi's cardigan are plied off one by one.
あんたももう、うちみたいなええ加減な人間に引っかかったらあかんよ。
She leans in with a bitter smile and kisses my forehead. And then she turns around and leaves. Strength deserts me. I crumple on the spot. I couldn't enter her heart. She wouldn't let me. The woman I love has left me alone and untrusted.
Forever I'll be
The end. Alright, now for some of these bad endings. Okay, bad ending. Let's see. Are you sure? So basically the same stuff, but we don't go to her place. I really have to do the foot thing, do I? Ugh. Okay, so don't go. If she can wrangle a smile like that, then she must be fine. She doesn't need me. No way.
龍角さんのこと残念だったよね。そうですね。
Thinking about Mr. Rukaku still makes me want to cry. Will this feeling dull with time?
知ってる？山之内さん主任が来るまで詰め所でずっと泣いてたんだって。
I feel a chill run down my spine.
それなのに申し送りが始まる時にはいつもの調子なんだもん。すごいよね。さすが演技派。
I don't like where this is going. She's not fine at all.
沢井
I hear Senpai's voice echo somewhere in the background. Sorry, Senpai, but I have to hurry.
なんやのもう。夜勤明けに叩き起こされるとは思わんかったわ。
Yamanouchi yawns like a
主
bear.
任さんが出勤してくるまでずっと泣いてたって聞きました。そんなに辛いのに平気な顔して笑う必要なんてどこにあるんですか？
Yamanouchi glares down at me, her stare sharp enough to cut.
あんたに何がわかる？やっぱりあんたは信用できへん。
How many days have passed since? When all was said and done, Yamanouchi decided to stay at Irigahama Hospital. But I'm terrified that one day she'll have a change of heart and just vanish.
沢井、302のバイタル取ってきて。
はい、山之内さん。
沢井、それが終わったらエッセン行くで。
わかりました。バイタル取ってきた後、すぐにご一緒します。
I check the vitals of the patients in room 302, and Yamanouchi and I make for lunch when the chief and senpai confront us.
沢井さん、最近のあなたちょっと変よ。山之内さんも沢井さんをいいようにこき使いすぎじゃないかしら。
私、どこが変ですか？
自覚ないの？今の沢井ってまるで山之内さんの人形みたい。
To my side, Yamanouchi chuckles.
そうやで。沢井はうちの可愛い肉人形やね。
Can we not word it that way?
はい、そうです。私は山之内さんの言うことなら何でも聞くんです。そうしないと山之内さんの心が私から離れてしまうから、信用できないって言われてしまうから。
After work, I go to the room of the love of my life, Yamanouchi, and help her with her drafts as always. Now that Yamanouchi's pro debut has been set in stone, I'm swamped, but happy being her assistant. Oh god. My outfit today is bondage wear. Yamanouchi insists the cosplay motivates her. Being scantily clad is mortifying, and I still don't think I'm pulling the look off, but if it makes Yamanouchi happy, then I guess it's fine. I'm happy if Yamanouchi's happy. Yamanouchi's smile is my happiness.
こっちベタ終わりました。
ああ、サンキュー。次はこっち頼むわ。
Yamanouchi watches me glowingly. I squirm under her embarrassing gaze. Being looked at by Yamanouchi shouldn't be embarrassing for me. If anything, I should want her to look at me more.
やっぱり似合いませんか？
いや、そうやない。あんたは可愛いな思うて。さすがうちの肉人形。
She praised me.
はい、私は山之内さんの肉人形です。
アホ、違うやろ。ここは病院やないで。
Oh yeah.
間違えました。私は萌えさんの肉人形です。何でも申し付けてくださいね。
I'm the only one allowed to call her by pen name. Me alone.
嬉しいこと言うてくれるやんか。さて、いつまで続くんか見ものやわ。
Every now and then, Moe questions the integrity of my feelings for her. It's heartbreaking.
いつまでもです。私はずっと萌えさんの肉人形です。一生です。
はあ、はいはい。ほら、続きよろしゅうな。
はい。
Why is she so reluctant to trust me? Is my attitude towards her too distant? If I made my feelings for her clearer, then maybe one day I will get through to her. Why did that flash red? Oh. God, that was a horrible ending. Okay, bed ending 2. Are you sure? You're not gonna quit. Senpai has a point. This time we're not doing the foot thing. I shakingly drop to my knees and bring my face closer to her feet. But then, in the split second before contact, something tugs at my resolve.
できません。
あ？
こんな風に心を試すようなやり方って違うんじゃないかなって思い。
It takes me a moment to realize that Yamanouchi's kicked me aside.
山之内さん。
I stagger to my feet.
あんたも他の連中と同じ。口先だけや。
Her glare is arctic. It's the kind of contemptuous glare you'd save for a maggot-infested ditch. I know then that the door to Yamanouchi's heart has swung shut. There's nothing I can say anymore to get her to listen to me.
いいね。顔も見たくない。
はい。帰ります。
I leave Yamanouchi's room, cradling my broken heart. Yamanouchi refuses to speak a word to me. The next day I go to work, covering my bruised cheek with a skin tone compress. The chief pauses, startled when she sees me, and then glances down apologetically.
ねえ、山之内さんがいないんだけど。
I look around the nurse's station and realize she's right. Now that I think about it, her bag wasn't in the break room either.
そろそろ揃ったようなので申し送りを始めます。
How can everyone be here when Yamanouchi's still not arrived?
その前に皆さんに残念なお知らせがあります。
Yamanouchi has killed herself? My heart thuds sickeningly.
山之内さんが昨日付で退職されました。
I black out.
誰よりも患者さんを思っていた得難い人材なのに、龍角さんの件もあり、私は彼女を引き止められませんでした。
I couldn't dissuade her.
勤務に穴を開けてしまうことになって、 皆さんにも迷惑をかけることになってしまいました。私が未熟なばかりに申し訳ありません。プリセプティである沢井さんも本当にごめんなさい。
The chief's voice booms from somewhere distant. I perceive only the vast sterility around me. I open the unlocked door and enter the room. A familiar room. How long has it been since I used to sit in this chair and Yamanouchi that one, joking around and working on her drafts?
本当にいなくなっちゃったんですか？
荷物は引っ越し先が決まったら搬出するんだって。突然辞めちゃうなんてひどい話よね。
Yamanouchi's room, minus Yamanouchi. I'm sorry I didn't trust you. I'll kiss you anywhere, do whatever you say, just please come back. A damp sensation seeps over the compress on my cheek. Senpai watches me, concerned. I can't stop the tears.
白衣性恋愛症候群。
Okay,
Is
no,
that me?
no credits for that one. Alright. So now something called the sudden ending. Are you sure? And then, wow!
すごいです。せっかくのオファーなんだからやっぱりデビューすべきです。
The truth is, this debut is the last thing I want. I want her to stay mine, to work together with her from here on out, even to help her with her drafts now and then. But I can't say it.
なんや照れるやんか。
I could never tell her. Just look at how her face is lighting up.
しゃあないな。沢井がそないに言うんやったら一丁デビューでもしよっかね。
そうですよ。山之内さんのファン第1号は私ですから。
I shoot her a toothy grin, hiding my discomfort.
はあ、今日もいっぱい働いたな。
I return to my room and stretch theatrically. I step out of my underwear before getting into the bath when it suddenly occurs to me that I have not been assisting on Yamanouchi's drafts lately. She's making a pro debut with a pro draft. An amateur like me probably couldn't help her. The thought's saddening. I suppose I should be happy for Yamanouchi making it pro, right?
顔を見に行くくらいはいいよね。
I say to no one in particular before turning to drop my underwear in the hamper.
は
よう、ごきげんよろしゅ。
Flabbergasted, I take the square box held at me without a second thought.
なんですかこれ。
Yamanouchi strides into the room, grinning but not answering my question.
黙っとこう思うたけど、フェアやないから、あんたには言うとこかなって思うて。
Wouldn't be fair?
うち、今日で百合ヶ浜を退職してん。今夜中にこの寮を出る。
For one incomprehensible moment, my mind goes blank. What did she just say?
湿っぽいの苦手やし、主任には黙っといてもろてんけど、あんたには世話になったから。
Yamanouchi grins. She has her signature plotting smile on her face. But something's different.
どうしてですか？仕 事までやめなくても今のままで漫画を描いていたらいいじゃないですか。
Yamanouchi chortles.
沢井、あんたは素直な子やね。素直すぎて見てるんが辛いね。自分が汚れてんのを見せつけられてる気分になる。
Crappy? That's not true. Yamanouchi's not crappy. I want to tell her, but the tears block the words. Is there nothing I can do to stop her?
あんたは悪ないねんで。うちがダメで汚い大人やっただけ。
山之内さん。
じゃあな、沢井。
Yamanouchi pats me on the head and turns her back on me.
あんたにはあんたにふさわしい素直で綺麗な人がおる。もううちみたいな腹黒に引っかかったらあかんよ。
I can't stop her. I know full well that even if I did, she wouldn't hear me out. I know her inside and out because I love her. Tears spill down my cheeks one after another. I crumple where I stand, tightly hugging the sweet box Yamanouchi gave me, shrieking tears. It's been several months since Yamanouchi left. It's already spring. I've become accustomed to the ward without Yamanouchi. The same can't be said for the chief. Yamanouchi was like her right hand. It's not like she could just train another person to fill the void or find a replacement. A large-ish envelope pokes out of my postbox.
コミッククイーン姫ゆり編集部。
It only hits me once I read the words out loud. This was the publication that scouted Yamanouchi. I dash back to my room and tear open the hard square package. There's a magazine inside the envelope. I'd recognize these drawings anywhere. I helped countless times in their creation. Moe Yamanouchi makes their shocking debut, the passionate collision of doctor and nurse. The gigantic lettering on the cover spurs me into flipping through the pages. I find a medical manga strip. It's the story of a female doctor with ponytail on one side and a beautiful nurse who attempt to outmaneuver each other over patient care, while being madly in love in private. Is this Yamanouchi's ideal relationship?
確かに私にはこんなことできないもんね。相手の思っていることの裏を読んだり、相手の思惑を自分の考えに引き寄せたり、寄せられたふりで相手の思考の裏を読むなんて。
A drop patters onto the Moe Yamanouchi legend. What thoughts and feelings did Yamanouchi imbue this pen name with? I'm not even remotely qualified to stand by Yamanouchi. If I had been a better nurse, would Yamanouchi be at my side right now, laughing with me? Several color-warped blotches mark the paper. Yeah, that was a sudden ending, alright. Let's see. Well, Nagisa had that whole... I don't know how long it was, but it was like... It felt like an hour, at least. So, hopefully the good ending for Yamanouchi won't be such a drag. Let's see, good ending. You mean to help out again?
また例のお手伝いですか？
I enunciate bluntly, despite being overjoyed at the long-awaited invitation. I'm not in the mood to hang out at Yamanouchi's place after having seen Mrs. Amino off, but deep down, I'm happy for the invite. Yamanouchi finally looks up, a mischievous smile playing across her face.
お、なんや沢井のくせに文句あるんか？
いいえ、別に。
うわ、なんやのこの子。最近ちょっとばかし仕事できるようになってきたからって生意気。
She lays into me with the noogie. It really does hurt. Wait, did she just say I've gotten a little sharper at my job just now?
あなたたち今は勤務中なんだけど。
いやいやわ、主任さん、そんなんちゃいますねんで。うちはな、花さんのステルベンのショックで目あこうしとる可愛いプリセプティの心のケアをしとっただけですよ。
それならいいわ。
Nothing about this is fine. I give the chief a piece of my mind in my mind. Obviously, I don't have the courage to scold her out loud.
で、今日は何をすればいいんですか？
まあその話は後でな。
At some point, we settle on going to Yamanouchi's place after work. You're not gonna quit? Poor Mr. Rikaku.
留学さんがかわいそうだと思います。
それは意見とちゃうやろ。
それはそうなんですけど、うまく言えないけど、あの龍角さんに意識があったら送還しようとした途端に怒ると思うんです。
沢井、空気読みなさいってば。
すみません。
With the chief lost in thought, and Yamanouchi rigidly refusing to make eye contact, an oppressive mood settles thickly over the nurse's station. In the end, Mr. Rikaku... Do it. Unfortunately. Go to her place. Reports are about to start as usual. The chief looks around at the assembled staff. Yamanouchi brings things to a standstill by requesting a moment.
何ですか、山之内さん。今から申し送りです。手短にお願いします。
The chief reluctantly consents. Yamanouchi glances in my direction and flashes a smile. That smile gives me a really bad feeling.
お時間くださり光栄です。不肖山之内康子は皆さんに宣言します。
Yamanouchi grabs my hand and drags me out in front, leading me by the shoulder.
ここにいる沢井香織の先輩看護師として、人生の先輩として、沢井香織を指導して、一生を添い遂げることを誓います。あよー
My mind freezes, overwhelmed. Did she just call me her other half? She did, right?
うちも素直になろう思たんや。全力でうちにぶつかってきたあんたみたいに。
Her determined gaze pierces my soul.
山之内さん。
ちょっとどういうことなの？どうもこうもない。今言うた通りや。どうもこうもって何がどうなってるのよ。あんたたち喧嘩してたんじゃなかったの？なんや藤沢、耳でもとうなったんか？もっぺん言おうか。うちと沢井はぞっこんラブやねんで。山之内さん、その単語私でもわかる死語よ。
嘘。
Senpai stood stock still. The other nurses and nursing assistants are watching us, beaming. I tug tensely on Yamanouchi's cardigan sleeve.
なんや沢井。
そういうことは私と二人きりの時に言ってほしいなって思うんです。
If there were two Yamanouchis, one of them would be wolf whistling at the scene. Fortunately, Yamanouchi's the only one here likely to tease me. Instead, we have...
で、どうでもいいけれど、そろそろ申し送りを始めてもいいかしら。
the chief, looking exasperated at us. Word of Yamanouchi's marriage proposal-esque announcement spread through the ward.
あなたたち、バカなんじゃないですか？
I got called a moron.
でも神聖な職場で一生を添い遂げますなんて宣言されるなんてすごく憧れちゃう。
祝儀は弾んだりや。祝儀って患者にしかも未成年に言うようなことではないと思うんですが。お嬢ちゃんはアホやね。ですって？うちら看護師にとっての最大のご祝儀は患者さんが健康になって自分の足で退院していくことやないの。あんた看護学生やのにそんなこともわからへんの？そんなんでうちに喧嘩売るんはまだ早いね。はよ病気治してとっとと看護師になって出直してこんかい。言われなくてもさっさと治してあなたの同僚になってやりますから。だから治療を受けてやります。
Miss Sakai rises to Yamanouchi's challenge, making a bold promise in the bargain.
酒井さん、治療を受けるって。
ここで温存療法を受けてても先は見えてるもの。攻めに転じないと起死回生は狙えないわ。ほほう、つまりは免疫抑制療法を受けるってことやね。さっきからそう言ってるじゃないですか。耳が遠くなったんですか？山之内さん、アラサーですものね。
No way. Did she really just take a swing at Yamanouchi? I glance a look at Yamanouchi and see she's in high spirits and donning the cheesiest grin.
よっしゃ、そないきゃ。お嬢は素直でええ子やね。
What the? Yamanouchi just had a jab taken at her age and she's smiling?
治療を受けて学校にも戻って看護師になってここの病院に入ってあんたたちの邪魔してやるんだから。
Miss Sakai, bright red, flicks her gaze away. Did Yamanouchi's praise embarrass her? Yamanouchi's gleefully reveling in Miss Sakai's snobby return to form. Meanwhile, Ami and I look at each other and exchange covert smiles. Ever since making her announcement, Yamanouchi has taken to calling me Kaori.
なあ香織、五輪さんの欠席出たか聞いてきてくれる？
Nagisa be like, only I call her Kaori. So I steel myself to call Yamanouchi by name too.
はい、安子さん。その名で呼ぶな。
Yamanouchi hurls the stack of documents she has at hand.
次にうちを下の名で呼んでみ。詰所に血の雨降らせて。
Senpai attempts to cheerfully soothe over Yamanouchi's prickly attitude.
山之内さん、安子っていう名前が嫌いなんですか？
父親の昔の女の名前なんや。冗談やない。うちは自分の戸籍さえ抹消したいくらいや。
Definitely best for the both of us that I don't call her that again. Senpai has the wind knocked out of her sails by Yamanouchi's heavy revelation.
山之内さんって変なところで謎な人だよね。じゃあなんて呼ぶのがいいと思う？
アミちゃんが呼んでるみたいにやっちゃんさんとか？
なんかしっくりこないわね。
名前なんか飾りですよ。偉い人にはそれがわからんのです。
なんですかそれ？
つか、うちと香りのラブラブ会話になんで牛沢が混じってんのか、そっちのが不思議やな。
私は沢井の先輩としてまっとうな道から足を踏み外さないようにと。
もう山さんでもやっちょんさんでもヤマチーでも何でもいいから仕事をしなさい。
The chief's thunderous roar sends us scattering from the nurse's station.
香り、
I stop at hearing my name.
続きはうちの部屋で。
The kiss that accompanies the whispering at my ear takes me by surprise. I yelp out incomprehensibly.
認めない。私は認めないから。
Forever I'll be your sanctuary もう迷わない
So there's, I think if I remember correctly, there's like a whole story after the credits. So let's see what that's like. But so far, I just like the ending with Nagisa being like, I don't approve of this.
真っ白な迷路迷い込んだみたい過去とか未来も鏡の向こう側涙で濡れる君の手のひら温める呪文を唱える Forever I'll be your shelter 痛みも全部耐えてみせるからその傷も嘘も丸ごと君
Maybe her epilogue thing will be about her manga. I don't know, I'm kind of curious what it's about.
Forever I'll be your sanctuary 本当の君を見せてほしいから
I had to show this picture. Alright, what we got? In the end, we went to Yamanouchi's place to lounge around, her nickname still undecided. A sketchbook is put under my nose as I sip on my iced cocoa.
これは
Yamanouchi is looking away, her mouth hidden behind her mug. Her ears are crimson.
これって
Every one of the sketchbook's pages are filled with a gamut of my facial expressions. Many of them are chibi-style artwork, but others could pass for photos.
ストーカー
Yes,
アホ言うにこと書いてなんちゅうこと言うねん。
Yamanouchi swats me over the head. Then she plucks the sketchbook up and hunkers down next to me.
ほんまはな、あんたの気持ち分かっとった。あんたが裏切らへんことも分かっとったけど、認めてしまうんが怖かったんや。でも、もうええねん。自分にもう嘘はつきたない思うてな。
山之内さん
The tenderness of her hand gliding through my hair is startling.
キスしてええか。
はいしてください
アホ、がっつきすぎやろ。
これだけですか
まさか。触って
はい恋人なんだからいくらでも触っていいですよ
嬉しいこと言うてくれるやん。
We lock lips firmly. When I come to, my fingers are sprawled on the floor, brushing against a chunk of paper.
これ
ああ、ネーム通ったからプロデビュー一発目の原稿やね。
へえ
I turn the draft over. I know the pen name Yamanouchi writes under, but what I see there is almost unfamiliar.
この沢之内萌えってのは
スカポンティーヌ萌えってペンネームをあかん言われて変更したんや。
Still, did she have to go with Moe Sawanochi? Oh, this is embarrassing.
大丈夫や。アシスタントとしてのあんたのペンネームは確保しとる。
私ですか
あんたのペンネームはパッパラ香りや。
Why?
嫌ですよそんなペンネーム
なんやと？恋人のくせにうちが考えたったペンネームをあっさり却下するんか？
却下しますよ私の気持ち萌えさん分かってない
Yamanouchi is actually gobsmacked.
山之内さんペンネームを却下されたのがそんなにショックだったんですか
そうやなくて、さっきのもっぺん読んで。
Like I just...
萌えさん
もっぺん。
Wow, she's so far gone in some ways that I can't help her.
萌えさん私のお願い聞いてくれますよねパッパラ香りなんて嫌ですねえ萌えさん
I tried to say it all cutesy to match the heart at the end of the name.
わかった。じゃあ山井香りでもいいかな。
じゃあそれで。
I gulp down my iced cocoa and shoot her a smile. Yamanouchi, I mean Moe, stares up at the ceiling, basking in the moment.
あかん。破壊力抜群や。
何がですか？
病棟では今まで通り山之内さんって呼んでな。うかつに萌さんなんて呼ばれたら理性が持つかどうかわからん。
The traces of a smile sneak onto my face. I'm repeatedly astonished by how multifaceted she is. She survived a cruel past. Professionally, she rose to being a skilled, beautiful ward nurse, and privately, she's open with her kinks to a fault. How couldn't you love her?
でもまあそのうち慣れるんじゃないですか？
慣れるにしても慣れるまで病棟に血の雨が降りそうや。主任が萌さんなんて呼ぼうもんなら。
I poutedly pinch her.
痛い痛い、なんや香り、ジェラシーか？
浮気なんて許しませんから。萌さんって呼ぶのは私だけなんです。他の人には呼ばせないでください。
Moe smiles at me with knowing ease. A smile for my eyes only.
ああ、あんただけやで。
Her face draws closer to mine. Just as our lips meet, the image of the girl in my dream winking out of existence replays in one corner of my mind. I won't dream about that girl again. I'm here to support Moe when she's suffering, now. Her feelings are communicated through the kiss, along with the sweet yet faintly bitter taste of cocoa. Okay, that was kind of sweet. I don't dislike Yamanouchi as much, but you know, still don't really like her. Help, how do I do this? No.
皆さんこんにちは。山之内靖子役の原由美です。
No.
白衣性恋愛症候群
See,
リセラ
album. Let's see. I don't know what order these are in. Like, we just have her, right? Like, the main story. And then we have the chief. And then it goes into Senpai. And then Sayuri. And then Yamanouchi and Ami. I don't know, they're like mixed together. It's weird.
白衣性恋愛症候群リセラピー
So the next time I play, I'll be doing Sayuri's route. So maybe that'll change the way I feel about her too a little. I don't know. We'll see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!